Good morning and welcome to 7 at 7 from the Economic Times podcasts, your daily financial news capsule to get you clued in for the day. It's Friday, August 23rd, and I'm your host, Anirban Chaudhary. It's D-Day for financial markets in the US and an event that will be watched by banks and markets from across the world. This evening at 7:30 p.m. India time and 10 a.m. in Wyoming, Fed Chair Jerome Powell will address a host of central bankers at the Jackson Hole Symposium. Given cooling inflation numbers and other economic indicators in America, Powell is likely to signal a rate cut for September. Remember that for the past 1 year, the US Fed has kept interest rates at their highest levels in more than 2 decades, making it more expensive to get mortgages, borrow money, and pay off debt. All eyes are also towards Japan. Bank of Japan Governor Kazuo Ueda will face questions today from the country's lawmakers on BOJ's recent rate hike to its highest level since 2008, and his clear hawkish signals that contributed significantly to a global meltdown in financial markets recently. Here's more Japanese news, but this time it has an India connect. The largest foreign direct investment proposal in India's financial services sector, one that involved the biggest banks in both countries, Japan and India, by market cap, is now dead. What am I talking about? Well, the board of HDFC Bank has rejected a proposal from Japan's Mitsubishi UFG Financial Group for a $2 billion purchase of a 20% stake in HDFC's non-banking subsidiary, HDB Financial Services. Instead, HDFC's board approved a proposal to list the subsidiary. Meanwhile, Mitsubishi has gone ahead and made its second round of investment of over 2,700 crore in another company, a Delhi-based lending firm called TMI. Here's a development from one of India's largest conglomerates. ET has learned that the Adani Group's promoters are looking to sell shares worth 30,000 crore rupees or $3.6 billion in group companies over the next 9 months. Why? Because they want to rebalance their portfolio in listed companies that's currently worth about $126 billion. The promoters will sell stake in some listed firms such as Ambuja Cement and Adani Power, while increasing them in others such as Adani Green Energy. The final aim of this rebalancing exercise is to hold 64 to 68% stake across firms. Here's something to look forward to in a sector which is the centerpiece of Adani's business: infrastructure. Now, India plans to create a golden quadrilateral of industrial parks across the country. In an interview to ET, Commerce Minister Piyush Goyal said, each park will be anchored by a large industry and dotted with MSMEs. This will enable India to reach its exports target of $3 trillion by 2030, said Goyal. What else? Well, a policy for the e-commerce sector is also in the works. That's been a long time coming, I guess, if you take into account Goyal's remarks on how e-commerce giants like Amazon have disrupted small retail businesses in the country with their alleged predatory pricing techniques. We would say, watch this space. Here's some more good news from the government. It has approved 50 out of 74 applications it got from automakers for its Productivity-Linked Incentive or PLI scheme to boost electric vehicle manufacturing in the country. Among the beneficiaries are Bajaj Auto for its electric scooter Chetak, Mahindra & Mahindra, Tata Motors, TVS Motor and Ola Electric. Remember that under the PLI scheme, an automaker can receive a government grant of 13 to 15% of the sales value of EVs during a year. The government may also allocate up to 40,000 crore rupees for a proposed electronics component manufacturing scheme likely to be rolled out later this year. It expects the scheme to boost component manufacturing business in the country by 2 trillion rupees. And finally, some startups news. Swiggy investor 361 WAM, formerly IIFL Wealth Management, valued the IPO-bound food and grocery delivery firm at $11.5 billion as of June, according to an investor presentation seen by ET. This is the largest valuation for the food and grocery delivery company from a private investor ahead of its $1.5 billion IPO process. That's it for today. Make sure to buy your copy of the Economic Times for detailed reports of all that I talked about, or log on to the ET website and app for more news. We will be back on Monday. Have a good weekend. Keep listening.